Good morning, welcome back to Dower House Farms. We're Beef and Crops Farm, East Cork in the south of Ireland. We put up a video every day. So I'm just out here in this field of spring barley. I'm going to try and get it sprayed today if I can. But it's soft enough. The tramlines aren't too bad now, to be fair, so look, the day is good. They're tacky though all the same. They're after being travelled, so they're not too bad. But they're a little bit tacky. You can even see it more so on the camera there now. See the look, you can't really. Look, the weeds are plenty big enough now. The weeds are big enough. It's at growth stage. I'll pull up a plant there now. Let me get this fella. Shite. Excuse me. There's good rooting on it because it keeps breaking. So it's sort of at growth stage 22, sorry. 22. So there's sort of 2 tillers on it. I'm not showing you what I'm doing. So 1, 2, 3, the main stem and 2 tillers. So that's growth stage 22. So that actually badly needs to be sprayed now. It'll be getting sprayed for weeds, which there's loads of weeds, trace elements, aphids, and I'm not sure if there are wild oats in this mix or not. So yeah, and there's heavy rain again for tomorrow. So look, I actually have to spray in the tank. It got rained off. Where's the outside yard where the cattle are? That grass field just alongside the clump of trees, that's the hilly field that the bulls will be grazing in. So I was like, where's my finger? There somewhere. I got rained off up there the other day, so I have a little bit of that left to do, and do this block. So yeah, look, I'd like to get it sprayed now today because a lot of heavy rain tomorrow. If you don't keep on top of the old spraying, it can build up. This time of the year, there's a lot of the wheat is probably due as T1. We have the winter barley done. I think the beans are okay for the time being. I was going to put an insecticide on them, but I don't think it needs it. We have the spring barley sprayed. So to be honest, if we did spray it now, we'd be sort of on top of it, but we do a good bit of contract spraying as well for one man. So I'd say he'll be probably on now this week to do a good bit of it. So yeah, it's just keep on top of it. These weeds now are just at the optimum time to hit. So they're nice and small. They're sort of, I don't know the growth stages of the weeds now, to be honest, but the main thing is that they're all up, and there's a little bit of canary grass actually. They're all up and we'll get them. So yeah, I'm going to try and get out now to spray this. I won't be doing much now today. Do all the cattle, do all the jobs in the yard. I'll probably sit down and watch the racing then maybe for the day. Might even give Paul a hand there, doing a few bits in the new house. She's sort of painting and things there now at the moment. So, and probably leave this till after supper, give it every chance to dry out, and come over and spray this. It should be fine. It should be fine this evening. So I'll get back to the yard now and get on with the cattle jobs. Back in the yard now, getting these lads fed up. This is their last full feed now. They'll be starting to come off after today, so they should be off in 10 days. Get back in this, lad. Huh? You good boy? Just getting these trots filled up with ration now. They're eating a lot of ration now, so it takes a good bit of they take a good few buckets every day. So these will eat them 2 trucks full at least. And the far ones there, they're older, there's more than been weighing, they'll eat like about 20 yellow buckets, whatever is that, 80 kilos. And there's about 65 there, so just over a kilo each. So that's just where you want them to be. But there was a couple of them a tiny bit scoury, but since we dosed them with 7-Zora, that's all stopped now. I must say it's great stuff for coccidiosis, 7-Zora. Cattle fed now. They'll rev up to get out the last one. So for these calves that are weaned here, we're after mixing a bit of maize with the 50-50 maize and the premix. So the ration they've been on all the time, and it's grand. Look, hopefully, the one thing about our premix is it does contain a lot of straw, which is good when they're sort of on milk, but when they get up onto ration and they're eating too much straw, when they get off the milk and they really get up into ration, they can sort of end up eating too much straw, like a half a kilo of straw is more than adequate, and they can end up getting sort of a bit pot-bellish. So, what do you think, Leah? Is it a good job?
Yeah.
Good. And look, they're still eating 2 kilos of ration. What's in it is 2 kilos of ration and 2 kilos of maize per head per day. So this is my first time doing it, so just see, I'll have to try and see how much they're eating now and things. That's up on nearly 3 kilos of dry matter, which they won't eat. 100 kilos, they won't be far off now. Small calves eat some amount of dry matter, sort of until they get to about 125, 130 kilos. They're well up over 2.5% of their body weight. I'm just driving up on one of the outside blocks. Paul and Harry, who are up here, and they said that the field the bulls are in is wrecked. They're up here at the ponies. Now my version of wrecked and other people's version of wrecked will be slightly different. Nah, this doesn't look too bad. It shouldn't be too bad. I only moved them yesterday. No, it's not too bad. Yeah. See, what I call wrecked, I didn't show you last week. I don't call this wrecked. It's for reseeding, so it's not too bad. Can you see? They only went in there yesterday. They still have plenty of grass. It's just this old weather's murky, and we'll give them a shift anyway. Should have plenty of grass where they are, but it's gone dirty now. And look, there's a lot of rain for tomorrow night. There's a lot of rain for Friday, and hopefully then we don't see any more rain then till at the very earliest the middle of June. Come on, boys. So I'm going to go down and have a look at the grass seeds now. I'd imagine they should be up. If the grass seeds were sort of within, look, if they were up with 3 weeks, they'd be within 3 weeks of grazing. You could sort of say, this feels a bit stiff now. They might be after getting a bit of a doing from the rest of them. There's about another 8 acres here to reseed, and that'll be all this block reseeded then. And so I get at that. I'm anxious to try and get a lot of reseeding done this year because lift your legs, you stupid bulls. Our demand next year will be very high. Look at this clown, one bull pulling it the whole way across the field. Our demand next year will be very high, so we're at about 250 odd calves now at the moment, and there's more to come. So if we were to graze all them next summer, we really will have a very high demand. Now there is more ground coming into grass. There's about another 15 acres coming into grass maybe. The plan at the moment. So, but yeah, I have about another 7 acres again. No, sorry, 5 acres on the home block earmarked for reseeding. So Look, that'll be up on 30 acres of reseeding this year. We did, how much did we do last year? I did a good shot of it last year. Did 15, did about 40 acres last year, 45 maybe. And how much did I say this year? Say 50, about 30, so that'd be 70 acres. That'd be a fairly large chunk of our grass ground reseeded within 2 years. So, and look, if you want to maximise output, that's the best way to do it. This fella was feeling a little bit Gabronach, is that the word? My Irish isn't hectic yesterday. I'd say just the 2 wet nights he got a fair old doing, so I just left him behind there for a day or two and we can put him back with him in a few days. But with bulls sometimes you just have to do that, leave him out, or will him out in the passage or something, you know. Yeah, these grass seeds now are just starting to shoot or to take, so they should fly out of the ground now. I was actually giving it fertiliser, it never got any compound, so I have to do that now tomorrow. I won't get it done tomorrow because it'll be too wet. Bummer. What I might do is, it's a bit of a disaster now. There was an oversight on my behalf. I meant to do it. If it's dry there this evening, when I come back from doing a bit of spraying, I might try the spreader and come down and throw it a bit, and it won't take me 10 minutes. So, but yeah, I want something anyway to get it going. Yeah, I should have had this done now before we reseeded it, but between the jigs and the reels I never got it done. But yeah, we got it done there now this time. So I got plenty of slurry in the spring anyway, there in February, and it got to, do you know what, there's actually probably enough in it. There's actually probably, oh no, it didn't get to the second last round. Actually it only got slurry, so yeah, I would definitely want compound or nitrogen, at least something to drive it on anyway. So I might throw that out this evening. We'll see. It'll have to dry out a lot, probably won't. Yeah, dilemmas. Man, don't mind that little bit, that's only a bit in the corner. They actually did no damage there, but they have a bigger run. If we could get sunshine now for a couple of weeks, dry things out again, ideal. There's growth there today now, Jesus, it's a beautiful day. It's 15, 16 degrees I'd say, bit of a breeze, dry things out. That black cloud over my head, thought I was going to dump a load of rain, nothing scuttle my plan about spraying, but seems like it's going to pass us off. It's off blue behind it again, so hopefully it'll pass us off. Going watching the Irish National now for the afternoon and get back at the jobs then later on. One more, actually I have 2 more groups cattle to see before I go home. Another group on the move. Come on boys, hurry on, let's see. I'm going to go and watch the races. Come on, come on. Hurry on. Quickly now, please. This is they're halfway through the second round here. How's the third round? Yeah, the second round, yeah, halfway through the second round on this block. Spraying away here now. Conditions are average at best. There's a wet hole coming up here now, and I'd say I don't have to go around it. There's a tiny bit of a wet patch just there, and you can see the roadside full. Conditions aren't that wet, but just the row crops are so narrow. I've a lot of spring barley left to spray for another man. I still have to take off the row crops. This is mint hill heated now, so it's going to be even softer. And there's a lot of rain again for the weekend, so yeah, it's a bit of a dose now. It's a bit of a mess tearing up tracks and fields of spring barley now. And I was hoping to finish the spring barley. I think, well, yeah, I have a plan now actually to fill in the ruts. I was finished the nitrogen on these fields tomorrow. There's about another 15 units to go out here. So I'll put it on. I was going to do with this tractor. I was put it on this tractor for finishing the wheat. But I put it back on the case to do this tractor, and the wide wheels will more or less fill in the tracks. But there'll be water in them all summer now is the problem. But anyway, whatever, about that bit there, the last that I showed you, I'll show you the tracks I tore coming down this time. Yeah, it could lead to tricky conditions now. Look, I think the tractor's okay. It's the sprayer's doing the damage, so I'll probably put the tires back on the sprayer for this round, and it should be okay. There's nothing worse than having tramlins full of water for the ears, so. Lovely. That is a bit of a disaster now, to say the least. But anyway, there's been times where I'm standing here has been under 6 foot of water, so looks not too bad. Could be worse. That's the one bad thing about row crops. When the weather gets bad, they're just a disaster. They're not made for wet weather, they're made for spraying in sunshine. As most spraying should be done. But you have to get through the work too sometimes. I know, look, people will say, you shouldn't be out in them conditions, and you're probably right, but I probably have over 500 acres of spraying to do this week, and tomorrow's very wet, so that'll probably rule out doing that, and definitely on spring corn on Wednesday. So you sort of spray away Thursday, and Friday's very wet again, so there's no massive panic, but you still want to be getting through the work as best you can. So yeah, it's a bit of a pecker now, and all this ground's actually been travelled with the spreader once, so you'd imagine it'd be alright. You know, it was actually a little bit softer the first time we travelled, doing the pack down a bit harder, but it was so dry the first time it only hovered over the top. But anyway, look, I'll take off the row crops now. I get it done there tomorrow while it's wet. We'll go dehorning calves now tomorrow. We're going to do one pen. Usually we sort of do them in 35s in a span, but the pen we're going to do now tomorrow, there's about 70 in it, so look, we'll just tear into it and get it done. Yeah, we won't tear into it, we'll tip away nice and handy and we'll get it done. But yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it there now for today's video, unless I get stuck again and I have to show you. Like I envisaged myself having to bring Dad there now and take him over and put me out, and he would definitely not be happy. That would not be Dad's style now. If Dad got stuck with a sprayer, he'd be very, very angry. But this needs to be sprayed. The weeds are getting advanced now. Look, all well and good look after the ground, but look after the crop first. What I'm doing is not ideal. As I said, I'm going to be going over tomorrow or the day after, and I'll use the case, so I'll be on the wide tyres. I could have sprayed this with the wide tyres, but I have the row crops on for winter crops. And if I had got it done before the rain last Thursday, it would have been perfect. But anyway, such as the joys of motoring. There's no major damage done. This is a 20 acre field, there's 21 acre fields in this block, so I've one done, one left to do, and go home then, do the feeder and call it night, or do the calves, whatever, and call it night. I've 30 acres of barley there out in little bit away from home, and I want to go and see it. I might try and get that done tonight. It's where I patched up there. You've seen that there in another video. If not, if you want to see failed barley crops, go back a couple of videos and you'll see it. So yeah, look, this is just not ideal conditions. So well, we're getting there. So thanks a million for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. The videos and the views are gone back up again, or the views and the subscriptions are gone back up again, so that's great. I like doing these videos and I'm going to keep doing them, but it does give me an added bonus when people like and comment. I love all the comments, I love all the questions, no matter how relevant they are to that video. If you have a question, put it below and I'll get back to you. I'll get back to as many of them as I can. And just closing up the booms here now. So yeah, the more views and the more subscribers I get and the more comments etc, the more feedback I get, the more it just gives me an added push on to get them done. So yeah, that's it. Thanks a million for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again tomorrow for more Dower House Farms. Good luck.